Revelation 2210. From the 12th of January 1942. Decrease in strength to resist. Faith in God's help. Worldly events often lead people to believe that they are too weak to resist where God demands it of them. He is timid in faith because he assumes that such events have already used up the human being's strength and that he will now fail where he is supposed to prove himself. It will certainly cost an inner battle. The human being must not allow himself to be defeated without a fight. He must offer a certain amount of resistance, yet this will increase his strength. And he must also be mindful of the fact that he is needed, that God has given him a task which he cannot easily evade. But to the same extent as he is needed, he also receives strength from God, and therefore he need not despair even though the task seems unfulfillable for his weak strength. For God himself appears if the human being faithfully trusts in his help. He even has to doubt his own strength at times, for only in the realization of his own weakness will the human being pray as it is right before God. But such prayer is absolutely necessary if the human being also wants to receive full strength. A prayer born out of the human being's weakness will deepen his humility, and thus the human being will now also be richly blessed with divine grace. But as long as the human being still has the opportunity to make use of God's grace, he must also let his faith and increased strength grow strong, for this is divine grace, that the Lord helps all those who are in danger of wavering. He needs strong fighters for his kingdom, and if a person truly has the goodwill to be accepted into the army of his fighters, God will also give those the strength they need for their mission. For it cannot be accomplished without divine help, yet the human being should also struggle so that he will become stronger and not feel defeated too quickly. God's grace, however, is absolutely necessary and will flow to the human being the more humble he is. God's infinite love will not let a person fall, and once it has taken hold of him, his life's fate will unfold in such a way as God, in his wisdom and love, deems right and good for the human being's spiritual development. And even though it seems as if the human being's strength to resist is decreasing, he intervenes when it is time, for he does not endanger his work and does not allow it to be endangered by people. He only demands the human being's devotion so that his activity will not be opposed. He will strengthen the human being's weak will but never forcefully change the will which is opposed to him. Thus, as soon as the human being's heart beats towards God, he need not fear that he will become weak. God will pour out his Spirit upon the one who declares his willingness to serve him, and where the Spirit of God is active, the plan must succeed. The human being will accomplish the task with the support of divine grace, which will now flow to him in abundance. Amen.